Okay, here is an original routine, and I'll be assuming I have two spectators, spectator A on the left and spectator B on the right. Okay, now as you can see, I have two sets of 8 cards, and I want to point out that all of the cards on the left are even value cards, and all of the cards on the right are odd value cards. Okay, so spectator A, how should I stack these two sets of cards? Left on right? Okay, very good. Now, what I'm going to do here, since the cards are very much not mixed, we're going to begin to mix them. In fact, you're going to help me. So I just dealt out pairs of cards into a triangle there. And then I'm going to perform something called a mange over-under, or we can do an under-over. Spectator B, which of those two would you like? An over-under or an under-over? You want an over-under? Okay, so this is how it works. You push this card into your other hand. The next card goes over, then under. Over, under, over, under. Okay, so you just repeat that until all of the cards have been moved from one hand to the other. Okay, very good. Now, spectator A, I'm going to deal out the cards into 2 piles with random stacking decided by you. How would you like the pile stacked? Left on right or right on left? Your choice. Left on right. Okay. Would you like to do any more of those dealings into 2 piles? You don't. Okay. Well, a note to you as the performer, you can deal out into 2 piles in the way that I did here as many times as the spectator likes, with random stacking decided by the spectator. Okay, spectator B, I'm going to deal out into 4 piles like this. And then I need you to tell me, should I stack the top row on the bottom or the bottom on top at the top? Bottom on top, okay? How would you like these piles stacked, right on left, okay? So spectator B, we can perform as many of those as you like. You're happy as is? Okay. But as a note to you as the performer, you can actually do as many of those dealing outs into 4 piles, stacking in the way I just showed you as the spectator calls for. Okay, now we're going to divide this packet in half. Half for you and half for you, spectator B. And we can use one of 2 destructive shuffles. The first one is a down-under, and the other one is an under-down. Now, since we're doing it for half the cards, I call these 50% down-unders and 50% under-downs. Okay, so spectator A, would you like to make that choice? Should we do a 50% down-under or an under-down? Under-down. Okay, that's fine. So this is what we do. We go under, down, under, down, under. So 3, 4 cards, 5 cards, 6 cards, 7 cards, 8 cards. Okay, so which of these 2 would you like, spectator B? You want this one over here? Okay, we'll switch them. That's just fine. So let me point out to you as the performer some additional mixing you can offer to the spectators. Okay, so each of these packets independently can be dealt out into 2 piles with random stacking, or into 4 piles in the way that I showed you earlier, and each spectator can do it differently for their set of 8. Okay, so maybe spectator A, let's assume they just want a left-right. Okay, it's random stacking. Okay, and they decide to forego into 4 piles, but they could. Okay, that's the important thing. On the other hand, maybe spectator B, they want a left-right, but just one with right on left. And they would also like to do a 4-pile mixing. That's fine. How would you like those stacked? Top row on the bottom? What about the piles? Left on right. Okay, so I'm speaking to you as a performer. Each of these spectators can have both of those mixing procedures carried out as many times as they like on their individual piles. Okay, that's important. And now we're going to separate each of your piles of 8 into 2 piles of 4. Okay, so spectator A, the same choice. We can do a 50% down under or a 50% under down. You want a down under this time. Okay, now I'm speaking to you as the performer. You need to pay attention to an important subtlety that I'll point out. Okay, so spectator A wants a 50% down under. So you go down, under, down, under, down, under, down, and then you still need to complete the under for a proper 50% down under. Okay, that's the subtlety. Okay, so that's fine for spectator A. Spectator B, which of those two would you like? You want an under down. Okay, that's fine. So we go under down, under down, under down, under down. We separated your pile into 2 packets of 4. And now to finish, let me just move these up. What I'm going to do is just take spectator A's piles and Klondike pairs of cards to the table, like that. Klondike is where you take the top and bottom cards off as 1. Spectator B, we'll separate your piles into 2 in a slightly different way. What I'll do is I'll just deal out left, right, left, right. Same thing here. Left, right, left, right. Okay, we are finished. Okay, so I have off to the side a written prediction. Okay, and we're going to take a look at that right now. So let me just get that out. Okay. Now just think about all of the choices that were made by each of you independently of each other and the effect those choices have on the organization of the cards. How could I have predicted anything with confidence? Okay, well, let's see. My prediction for spectator A, your pairs of cards will have even value sums. Okay, well, what are the chances of that? Let's just check. Oh, okay. Those 2 numbers added together give you an even sum of 18. Those certainly give you an even value. 18 again. Wow, this is amazing. That's even as well. You're doing really well, spectator A. And then 7 and 9, that's 16. Those add up to an even number. That is amazing. Okay, spectator A, you did really well. Now, what about spectator B? For spectator B, their pairs of cards will have odd sums. Okay, so their pairs of cards will add up to odd numbers. Okay, what are the chances of this? Okay, well, let's just take a look. So we have an odd here. Oh, an even. So that's 9. Let's see, 4 and 11. 15, that's odd. 12 and 3 is 15, that's odd. And finally, a 9 plus a 2 is an 11, and that's odd. That is amazing. My most enthusiastic congratulations to both of you. That is impressive. Okay, well, how does this work? Well, just do everything that I did and it'll work perfectly. I posted a video recently that also uses Quasi-Bessey sequences of order 16, and that's what we're using here. So when I stack the evens and the odds together at the very beginning, and I've pushed off pairs of cards into a triangle configuration, and then we stacked in opposite order to the dealing, and then I performed either an over-under or an under-over, that converts those even and odd value cards into a Quasi-Bessey sequence of order 16. Okay? And then from there, we're just using all of the remarkable properties of such a packet structure to pull off something that is extremely unlikely to happen by chance alone. Okay, so if you just follow what I did, this will work for you. And also, I'll add links in the description below if you want to learn about Bessey sequences and Quasi-Bessey sequences, along with some applications of those. I'll add those below in the description. So thank you for watching, and take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.